Fitness, health and fitness tailor-made to you. So now we're on our part 3. So now that you know your rest heart rate, and now that you know your active heart rate when you run a mile. So what I did was I did this on a person that I know. So the best thing to get better at things is always practice, and because then it comes repetition. So what I did was I got my friend. I took their post, and at rest it was 76. That's perfect average. Then next we started. She started her mile. When she started her mile, she got done. Her heart rate was 156 beats per minute. Now, if you want to find out your maximum heart rate, and this is also on those ellipticals, treadmills and stuff, if you look on the side, you see them numbers that be one column is blue, one column is yellow, one column is green, then it has the age next to it and what level of intensity of the workout you're doing and what your heart rate should be. That's why it's good to know this. Know what you're using. Get the most out of a machine or an instrument or a tool. Know everything about it, because you could be sitting something. The reason why you might not be losing weight, get where you want to be, might be right under your nose. That's why I tell people research things and learn stuff, because if you do that, then that gives you more of a chance to get more results, because you're going out here looking for stuff. So if you want to know your maximum heart rate, what you need to do is 220 should track your age. So when I did this with my friend, they were only 20 beats per minute away from the maximum heart rate. So that'll let you know this person needs to work more on their cardio. It needs to work more on cardio. Now I'm gonna tell you another hint about if your cardio and your endurance is building up. Now, if your cardio and endurance is building up, is a 3-minute test. You can do a 3-minute test. You can do 3 minutes running, 1 minute rest. Now, when you do your 3 minutes running, you wait. Then you do your 1 minute rest. Now, the know that your cardio is getting better is how long it takes for you to get back to rest. So if it takes you 4 or 5 minutes to get back to rest after the 3 minutes, guess what? You need to work more on your cardio. Now, after the 3 minutes of high knees or jogging, and then you stop, and it only takes a minute, maybe a minute and 30 seconds, maybe less than that to get back to your rest heart rate. Guess what? Your cardio was good. Your endurance is up there. That big muscle in the middle of your chest is healthy. It's working good. So this is things you need to know. And I tell you this because when you're doing your marathon and you're starting to get tired, or you start feeling yourself getting sluggish, you need to press that heart rate monitor on that watch, and you need to go, okay, right now I'm at 144. So that means I might need to slow it down a little bit, because I'm gonna get close to my max heart rate, or where I'm at now, I'm gonna reach what my max heart rate should be, and that's what we call hitting the wall. Is you want to do more, but it feels like when you run, you're running, and it's like all of a sudden you just went through this slow force field, and it's like, I want to do more, but my body won't let me. That's called hitting the wall. You reached your maximum heart rate. Now you're going over that, and now you have hit a wall. Your body, you're still moving. You just can't go into that 5th gear. So that's why them coaches and stuff tell them kids in practice and stuff that do track to sit down and not be running around and stuff. Because then when you get out on the track, guess what? Your heart's already pumping. So it's not, you don't leave that much room to play with to get to your maximum heart rate. So that's why it's good to keep your Fitbit, your watch, whatever you use to check your heart rate. Now, so you've been doing your mile run, and if you can do more for the past 4 to 5 days. Now we're on to the part where we need to also focus on our run, but we need to focus also on our muscle endurance. Like I said in part 2, muscle endurance has a lot to do with running. A lot of people don't know that, but it is. So a routine that I do. So first, that me and my friend did. First, what we did was we ran 1 mile and we timed it. So once we timed our mile, we had our 7 minutes right there. So we say 7-minute mile. Bam, we got it. We got that. So then after that, I went into 3 rounds, 3 minutes each round, stairs. Now what stairs do is helping you with your posture and your stride. Just like an elliptical. Elliptical helps you with your stride, getting your legs off the ground, showing you that you need to move plantar flex. Plantar flex. So when you do plantar flexion, that means plantar. The balls of your feet are planted down on the ground. So that's plantar. Your heel, your ankles and your toes are pointing down, with your balls of your feet touching the ground. Now, when that ball touches and you strike to push off, guess what? Your foot rolls, and that same foot, now the toe is pointing up. That's called dorsiflex. That's so you landing on you landing on the heel of your foot. That's what this is teaching you. Getting your legs up. A lot of people say my legs or my back or my calves hurt. Why? Because you're taking short, choppy steps. So guess what you're doing? You're bouncing on your calves the whole time. So guess what you're actually doing? For the whole mile you just ran and did calf raises or calf bounces the whole way. That's why your calves hurt. A lot of people like to be hunched over. So another exercise that I do, that I also tell people to do, is do jumping lunges. Why? Or high knees. Because high knees force you to keep your posture, your back straight up, and make you get your knees and your feet off the ground. If you want to cover more space, you gotta have a wider stride. So you can make a run that could be an hour. You could turn it into an hour and 30 minutes because you're not covering a lot of distance. So that's the whole thing. You want to cover more distance. So your stride has a lot to do with it. So that's why I did the 3 rounds, 3 minutes apiece stairs. Then after that, I get into a HIIT routine. This is also engaging in getting into the muscles that I need to get into so I can have better muscle endurance. So what I do is I grab a light weights, nothing heavy, because when we do these HIIT drills, you know how it goes. You'll be there for a while. So you do the HIIT drills. So you don't want to start with 50s and want to be the macho dude in the gym, and then when we get to 2 minutes into it, you're like, oh man, my arm's burnt out. No, pick something light like me. Sometimes I pick a 25 or 30, maybe in that range for me, because I know I'm going to do it the whole time. And now you want to start doing HIIT drills. You want to do stuff like jumping lunges, side lunges. You want to do bicep curls. You want to do things for your core, your lumbo-pelvic hip complex. That's your core. People wonder why their back hurt or why their upper back hurt. Because guess what? In running, you do have a slight lean in your body. But when you're hunched over like this, or you like this running, guess what? That's why your back hurts. That's why you get tired. You have this thing called a kinetic chain. When you break this kinetic chain and things are not postured or lined up correctly, you're exerting more energy than you have to. That's why you see guys who run with their arms up. Guess what they start doing after a while? Putting them down. You know, the whole time you hold your arms up, it's like you're holding something and you're running with it. So the thing you're holding up is your arms. That's weight. And now you're running with it for 4, 5, 6 miles. Then you wonder why I can't reach a mile. That's when some people drop their hands to the side for a minute. But you got to keep your kinetic chain and your posture in line. That's why another thing you can add to your HIIT drills is a core exercise. Now, after you figure out whatever core exercise you want to do, and I think you got some exercises. You got jumping lunges, bicep curls, squats, high knees, in and outs, plank, side plank. You know what I'm saying? It's all types of stuff. Now the next thing you want, after we did that, so you see we got our mile that we timed ourselves. Then we went right into our 3 rounds, 3 minutes each of stairs. And then we just did it. Then we did a HIIT drill. We're going to, and the HIIT drill is going to go 10 exercises. 10 actually need to put a HIIT drill that has 10 exercises in it. And then we go right back. We go right back to the getting money part. Here's what we get to. Now we're going back to our mile. So we're going to take ourselves a 3-minute break. We're going to get ourselves ready. We're going to get to that start line. And guess what? We're going to run against the clock. Whatever your time was on the first mile when you begun, you need to beat it. Now here is the key to what we're doing. Body, muscle confusion, simulating situations that you're really not going to be in, so then when you get in them, they are easy. Now just do this math. The first thing you did when you started was what? You ran your mile, but you ran it when you were what? Fresh. So when we ran it when we were fresh, we got 7 minutes. Then we went into the 3 rounds, 3 minutes each of stairs. So we in another joint, testing our leg endurance, our cardio. Then we went into a 10 exercise HIIT drill. Bang. We took a 3-minute, I take a 2-minute break. We went right into another mile run. Now guess what? Before we got to the mile run, How intense has your workout been before you got to the last part of your workout, the mile? So guess what? You're feeling like a person that's at their last little bit of their mile. The last person that's at the last mile of they 5K, they 12K. You're at the last 3 miles. You're at the last 2 miles when your body is like, oh man, I just ran all this. I'm tired. My legs hurt. My nose sweating. My eye. Now it's time for you to do it that mile again and beat your time after you put your body under that intensity in those workouts before. Now guess what? If you increase your time or keeping 7 minutes in that time, guess what's going to happen after you do this for 7 days? That when you do your first mile when you're fresh, you should after a while be able to burn that first mile up, at least get it under a minute than what you did. I tell people all the time, training is preparing yourself for performing an activity. So when a coach make you do up and downs in football, you're not gonna do up and downs in football. But say if you get a fumble recovery and you fall on the ground, you pick it up. Guess what? Don't you gotta hop back up and run? Up and downs. That's why they make you do them. Oh, in football, you're not doing prisoner high knees, but guess why they're making you do them? Because if you're a running back, you need to get your legs high and learn how to keep them moving. Because if you keep them high and along your stride, when somebody grabs you, guess what? You might break through or you might drag them. The same thing in tennis. I seen a guy today. He had a kettlebell in his hand. He was practicing his backhand and his forehand. And guess what? I said, "You play tennis, right?" He was like, "Yeah." He's not gonna have no kettlebell in his hand, but I guarantee if he has a 10-pound kettlebell, but a racket only weighs a pound or 2 pounds, guess what? Guess how easy it's gonna be for him to swing that. This is what I'm trying to teach you. This is how you build up to be able to do more things. That's why somebody that I work out with can go from walking to run walk in less than a month. That's why somebody that I work out with can go from run walk to running walk then run and then can go to running for a extended amount of time without having to stop. Because I'm gonna put you through so much that the time you get to doing something is like applesauce to a ball. So I can do this. So that's what I'm trying to show you in this. So we got our routine. We know our rest, we know our active, we know how to do the math to find out our maximum heart rate. Don't forget that 220, subtract your age. Next time you go to the gym, look on the treadmill, look on the elliptical, and look at all them numbers and percentage. It's gonna start making sense after I just told you this. And here go our routine again. You're gonna run your first mile, you're gonna time it. You're gonna do 3 rounds, 3 minutes each around the stairs. Then you're gonna go and take your time, pace yourself. It's not a race, because this is nothing you learn. Pacing yourself, so don't kill yourself. Pace yourself. So now you got your 3 rounds, 3 minutes each round for stairs. Then you're going to go into your 10 exercise HIIT drill. You can use that TABATA HIIT timer. That's good. Put 10 exercises in there. Go ham. If you can do it more than once, do it twice. Do one that's 10 and do one that's 5. Then after that, you're going to pull out your timer. If your mile was 10 minutes, you need to get it under 10 minutes. You do this for 7. You're going to do this for 7 days. You're going to do this for 7 days. All right, once you do this for 7 days, then your next thing is after 7 days, you're going to go run 2 miles and time it. Take your time. If you got to walk, run, if you got to take breaks, hey, it is what it is. But you should have improvement in your time, and you should have lessened your time and increase your distance after all of this. So keep working hard, man. Make sure you drink that water and keep training hard, but also make sure you're taking rest and you're taking care of your body, man. This is T.M.G Fitness Part 3, preparing